If you plan on starting to mine Ethereum in 2021 with a single card rig, please watch this video before you do so. With the price of Ethereum hovering around the all-time highs of early 2018, Ethereum mining is really profitable right now and is almost too appetizing not to take notice. But mining profitability is not the only thing that matters. So what other things should you be concerned about when looking at mining Ethereum? Well, we're going to split this into 4 categories. 1 being the minimum payout thresholds. 2, mining difficulty. 3, EIP 1159, and Ethereum 2.0. First off, every pool has a different minimum payout threshold that you have to meet in order to get paid by said pool. For example, Nano Pool, which is what I mine on, has a minimum payout threshold of 0.05 Ether. And that is compared to that of F2 Pool and Ethermine, which have thresholds of 0.1 ETH, so they're double that of Nano Pool. For example, my last payout was just over a month ago, and I've been mining on my GTX 1080 on average of about 9 to 10 hours a day for the last month since that payout. And over that time, I have accrued about 0.025 Ether. And by extrapolation, if you look at the minimum payout of most pools with being 0.1 Ether, you are looking at roughly 4 months, a little over 4 months to reach that minimum payout threshold. Now, if it does indeed only take 4 to 5 months for me to reach my payout threshold next, I'm fine with that because I expect this bull market to continue for the next 8 to 11 months, but after that, I expect prices to absolutely plummet. So personally, I want all of my assets to be completely liquid at the time that I believe that we are reaching the top of the bull market. So one thing to definitely consider is your timing of when you think you will be reaching your minimum payout threshold, because you do not want to be a sitting duck, unable to move your assets to be able to maximize your profits. Our second category to be aware of is the increase in mining difficulty. Now, looking back at historical charts of mining difficulty, we will still see a large surge of new mining coming in throughout this bull run. You can kind of see over the last bull run, during the peak of it, the mining difficulty absolutely dwarfs that of what it was the year leading up to it and all that. I mean, it just makes it look so insignificant. And I think we're going to be seeing something very similar as prices continue to rise throughout that of 2021. And as more people join, it will get harder to mine rewards as the rewards per block still remains the same while the number of people mining increases. This is basic supply versus demand. More people coming in, so the demand is increasing, but the supply is remaining the same. So in this case, an increase in mining difficulty will add more time for, in my case, my 4-month payout will be extended as mining difficulty increases because it will be harder for me to earn those rewards. This is something that is really hard to predict. Additionally, there have been times during Ethereum's history where they have implemented a difficulty bomb, but I would not expect this, as traditionally it's been used during times of extreme high difficulty when mining has been unprofitable for miners. So if mining is extremely profitable at the time, I do not expect a difficulty bomb to come into place and make it even easier for miners to make money. As nice as that would be, I would not bank on that. The third category in this breakdown is EIP 1159. Currently, EIP 1159 is being heavily debated within the Ethereum community as it really pits one side against the other. In simple terms, EIP 1159 is really good for those that frequently do transactions on the Ethereum network and blockchain. And in simple terms, it's pretty bad for miners as it cuts into their profitability. Over the last year or so, we've run into a few instances, especially during these DeFi booms, where gas fees have gone skyrocketing through the roof. As a high-level description of what EIP 1159 does, it separates gas fees into two categories: the base fee and the tip. The base fee will be burned, which will help to make Ethereum a deflationary asset. This means the supply will decrease over time. The tip is the extra part that will go towards the miners. Now, the benefit that will incentivize people to leave tips is that the higher the tip is, the higher the priority will be placed on the transaction on the Ethereum network. The base fee being burned will keep validator nodes from being able to manipulate prices higher and keep the cost of transactions low and simple. And moving forward, because the full fee is not going towards the validators and miners now, that eats into the profitability. This will in turn mean that there is another increase in your time to your minimum payout threshold. The final category to consider is Ethereum 2.0. Currently, the Ethereum network runs on proof-of-work algorithm that essentially boils down to you are lending your computer's hash power to the network, and in return for that power, they are rewarding you with tokens from their network. So this is why you can mine Ethereum, Zcash, Ravencoin, Bitcoin, amongst other types of coins, is because they are on a proof-of-work algorithm. Now, Ethereum 2.0 will change all of that, as Ethereum 2.0 will move the Ethereum network over to proof of stake. Now, proof of stake is as it sounds. Instead of putting your computer's power and computational power towards mining, you will be putting up your asset as a stake to become a validator for the network. And if you play by the rules of the network and successfully run your validator node, you will then be rewarded as kind of like a APR for depending on how much you have staked in the network. Now, for example, the minimum staking requirement for Ethereum 2.0 is going to be 32 Ether. It's a pretty steep price, as you're looking at roughly $35,000 to $40,000 right now. That's no easy price. But early adopters who essentially staked their ETH first, once Ethereum 2.0 is up and running, if they play by the rules, they will be earning somewhere between 20 and 25% APR. So over time, that might pay off big time for them. We'll have to see. Now, if you were to stake your Ethereum 2.0, if you were to stake in Ethereum 2.0 right now, you would probably be looking at an APR of somewhere in the 9 to 10% region. And as more Ethereum is staked on ETH 2.0, that number will go down as it is set up on an exponential decay scale. One thing I want to mention about Ethereum 2.0, and take this with a grain of salt, is Ethereum has been trying to move to proof of stake since 2017. Yet here we are in 2021, still talking about mining on Ethereum. So, will it happen anytime soon? I don't know. That's why it's something to consider. Is if it is successful, that might be something that happens at the end of 2021, beginning of 2022. At the same time, who knows? Maybe it's another 4 or 5 years. Take it with a grain of salt. All in all, there are a lot of things to consider when you're looking at starting mining Ethereum, especially if you're looking at doing it on a single card rig, as all these things that we have discussed can really go a long way in kind of holding you back and making it not worth your time. However, even if you do have a single card rig and you decide maybe Ethereum's not for you, who's to stop you from looking at another alternative, such as a different altcoin or even mining on NiceHash to get rewarded with Bitcoin? I mean, those are very viable options. Bitcoin is going to be proof of work for the very, very long foreseeable future. I do not see that changing anytime soon. I think Ravencoin might be looking at proof of stake, but they just went to all that trouble to bring out Kapow, so I don't know. And I mean, mining on Ethereum can be a lucky shot, but so can these others. So maybe that's your route you go down. And honestly, right now, their hash power is probably pretty low until Ethereum network switches over to proof of stake, because all that power that is currently on Ethereum will have to go somewhere and can go somewhere. Now, if you do decide to mine elsewhere, let me know what cryptos you're going for down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you want to see more content from myself, please think about subscribing. I really do appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you guys gained some valuable insight from it and really take some time to deep think about whether Ethereum is something you want to mine or not, especially if you're only doing a single card. That's the key thing, is this is more for the small miner. This is not for somebody with, 8 GPUs, 16 GPUs, 5 different mining rigs or some sort of ASICs like this. This is meant for the kind of that 1 to 2, maybe even 3 graphics card miners out there. Just kind of the small guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.